The physicality here and the intensity, it's always 100%. Now we were a bit devastated, of course. You want to win every derby. We lost our momentum, but I'm pretty sure we will get it back as quick as possible.
My guest today is a gent who was born to play football, named after his parents' favourite Ajax player. As a kid, he showed so much skill as an elementary schooler that a classmate asked for his autograph to bank for when he ultimately became a pro. After breaking into the Eredivisie in his native Netherlands, he moved to AC Milan, became Serie A's midfielder of the year, and this summer brought his vision, passion and his Hemi-quality engine to Manchester City. It's a joy to welcome Mr. Tijjani Reijnders.
Hello, Rog. Thank you for your nice introduction.
I've been dying to talk to you since you signed, because you have walked a very singular road from your hometown of Zwolle in the northeast Netherlands to the Etihad. It's incredible to me. When you were 16, you left the 20 academy to spend a year playing for the Sunday League team that your dad coached, CSV 28, and you played as a teen against grown men with jobs, mortgages, kids, everything. What did you take from that year that you brought to your next phase of your career?
To like football even more and to deflect big kicks from the major guys. Yeah, I had to handle pretty fast and luckily I did, and I still have my legs all good.
Thank God. It was a gamble, but it's ended up well, because you went on to play in the Eredivisie. You moved to AC Milan and then you signed for Manchester City last summer. You played in 3 leagues, 3 different countries. Despite the kicking that you were used to as a 16-year-old, what aspects of the Premier League still surprised you?
The physicality here and the intensity, it's always 100%. You never have rest in the game. You have to be ready every time when you receive the ball, and it still helps me the period at CSV, getting out of the duels, and I try to apply that here as well.
From CSV to City, the road less taken, but you arrived in Manchester June 2025. You came into a City team where so many of the core players, Erling Haaland, Phil Foden, that Portuguese terrier Bernardo Silva, had been together for several years, had won multiple trophies together. Can you talk about how that experience has been for you, Tijjani, and who on the City squad has been most helpful in easing your adjustment?
From the beginning, very nice. They helped me directly. They made me feel at home pretty quick and made sure that I could adapt as quick as possible to the team. Of course, Nathan Ake helped me the most because he's my Dutch friend as well. When I had questions, I always asked him. But beside him, the captains, Bernardo Silva, Ruben Dias, Rodri, Haaland helped me a lot as well.
He gave you his raw milk connect, Erling. I mean, City does have unbelievable depth, especially in that midfield. Psychologically, how do you experience the competition for playing time? Do you feel the pressure to make the most of every single moment you're out there?
Yeah, it keeps you sharp, because if you perform a bit less, the next one is ready. So it made us very sharp and always made sure that we give 100%.
You've said that you learnt a lot by watching former City legend Kevin De Bruyne, that you started to better understand your own role after noticing how he scanned the entire field before he even received the ball. In your own words, what did you see, and what parts of KDB's game did you try and emulate just from watching him?
Of course, the passing, what he has, that is a skill maybe only he has. The vision, the scanning, that's something I try to apply to my game and helped me a lot in my career.
Is that hard to look at someone who is almost kind of supernatural and take parts of it? Or is it just, you know, you can take elements but not the whole package? It'd be like me trying to be like Brad Pitt, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Now, of course, he's also a different player than me, but yeah, I looked at him like, what can I add to my game as well, and what can help me? And these were the things that helped me, and try to improve it as quick as possible, and yeah, still doing in the game.
We're talking at a moment when City's 9 games unbeaten in the league came to an end in the Manchester derby. What was your manager Pep Guardiola's message to the team in the wait? What's that been?
Of course, we were all, how do you say that? Sorry, I'm looking for the English word.
I speak perfect Dutch.
No, sorry, yeah, but no, we were a bit devastated, of course. You want to win every derby. This one, we didn't saw it coming like this, how we lost the game, but yeah, we have to keep the confidence in ourselves, so we have to keep going.
Your team's in a definitive moment in this season right now, Tijjani. What makes you feel most optimistic about how City will respond, how they'll reload and finish the rest of the season?
That we have a lot of qualities in our team, and what we showed before at the end of 2025, our streak, we can do that again. We lost our momentum, but I'm pretty sure we will get it back as quick as possible.
What has to happen to regain that momentum in your own mind?
Yeah, we have to do our basics right and winning games. That's the most important thing. That's where you get the energy from, and I'm sure that we will get there.
Tijjani, your dad Martin, as we said, is a former professional football player, as is your younger brother Eliano, currently plays in Indonesia. You've talked about how you'll process games with them. And when you were at AC Milan, they helped you level up by telling you needed to slow down in front of the goal to become, quote, more cold-blooded. What's the last thing that you asked for their help with, and what advice did they give you?
We were just talking about the small details of the game. I'm luckily now more cold-blooded in front of the goal, but there are always things to improve, and especially here in the Premier League, a new league for me as well. So now we are looking at the small details. If you play for City, you will play in very small spaces on the pitch. So yeah, those are kind of things that we are looking for. Where can I get my chances and help the team in ball possession, but also in ball loss.
Last question for you, Tijjani. We mentioned your dad. Briefly played in the United States with the Nashville Metros, and your first appearance for City was during the Club World Cup over here. You're part of the Dutch national team with Nathan Ake, who'll start the World Cup with group stage matches in Dallas and Houston, Texas, and Kansas City, Missouri. As you look ahead to playing in this land of the NFL and the NBA, what are you expecting from these American crowds, this whole experience? What are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, I think a lot of energy. Your Americans are very optimistic when we talk about sports, and now it will give a lot of energy in the stadium, and I expect a very nice experience, yeah.
So that energy to the Dutch fans taking over Texas in their own singular way, to your team, to you, Tijjani, bedankt.
Alsjeblieft.
Courage.